welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to show you this really cool lacy pattern, and the graph where I found this shows it worked like this in triangles. But I thought, you know, it would be kind of cool that if you just flipped it over like this, it kind of looks like Christmas trees. So you could really use this for like a Christmas mat if you like. So in the spirit of Christmas in June, because it's June right now, almost June, I'm going to go ahead and use this green yarn. I have darker yarn, more of a Christmas color yarn, but I think it would be too dark to work with on camera, so I'm going to go ahead and just use this green so we all can get a look of what it may look like done in green. But I think this triangle looks, or pyramid, or whatever you want to call it, looks great too. So to get started, you can use any size hook and yarn. The yarn usually always has a recommendation on what hook or needle to use, and so I'm going to go with choose the kind of yarn you want, whether it's cotton or whatever, any ply that you want, and then just go with the kind of hook that's required for that kind of yarn. I'm using worsted weight yarn for this, which is 4 ply for the US and 10 ply for Australia. And so a size 5mm hook, size H hook, is preferred for this size yarn. But all you have to do is stick with the multiples to be able to make this as wide or as small as you want. This is like the minimum size, and this is my hand. Show you, practically I can put like 2 hands here. So it would be a bit thick for a scarf using worsted weight yarn, but you can always go down to a thinner yarn. So you can use smaller, like 3 ply cotton, and it would definitely make it like maybe this size, which would be perfect for a size scarf. And I'm using 2 different size hooks only because in lacy patterns especially, use at least 1 hook size bigger than the hook size you intend to use. So I'm using a 5mm hook for the main part of this pattern, so just for the beginning chain, to ensure that it's loose and it's not going to be a tight chain compared to the rest of my lace, go ahead and go up 1 hook size just to do the chain, and then switch over to the main size hook. Also, if you notice on this pattern how it kind of where one stops here, the next row it begins. So if you wanted to actually switch colors after every one is done, like you've got this full triangle done, and before you start the next row you want to switch colors, you could have different colored triangles all the way down it, which could be a really nice effect. The multiples of this is 12. So I think from here, from the center of one pyramid here to the, I think, end of this pyramid is 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yes. So from one end to the middle of the next is 12. So what you're going to do is do a multiples of 12 until you've reached the desired length of your shawl or your placemat or whatever you want to use this for. And then when you're ready to get started, you'll want to do a +2. 2 more chains. So let me go ahead and grab my bigger hook and this green yarn, just because I'm really curious what it's going to look like. And I'm going to start with my multiples of 12. And I'm going to only do 2 sets of 12 because it should be big enough to show you for this tutorial. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I got my first set of 12. Then I'm going to do the next multiple of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is the same exact multiple that I did for this size. So that gives you, it's going to make 2 triangles with 1 full triangle in the next row with 2 halves. I have my 24 stitches and I'm happy with my size just for this tutorial. for a mat, placemat or something like that, you may want to double it. I'm not really sure how much you want the outside to show. So I'm ready, so I'm going to add my +2 and then I can begin. First though, very important, switch your hook over to the smaller size for your project. Okay, for row 1, you want to single crochet in the second chain from the hook. So 1, 2, and then you'll want to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then you'll skip 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip this 5, and then this next one, so you'll do a total of skipping 5, and then in the next stitch you'll want to work 3 double crochets all in the same stitch. So 1, 2, and 3, all worked in the same stitch. And then you're going to do another chain of 5. Okay, so chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then again you'll skip 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the 6th chain you'll do a single crochet. So basically you're doing your beginning of your triangle here. So then you'll repeat that pattern. You'll do another chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then you'll skip 5 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the 6th chain you're going to work 3 double crochets in that chain. Oh, sorry, fighting with my yarn. Okay, got my 3. Then again you will count over 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the very last chain you're going to work a single crochet. Wait, first we have to do our chain 5, or it's going to be like whoop. So do a chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip 5, and single crochet in this last chain. There we go. That is the end of row 1. Okay, so for row 2, you want to begin by chaining 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and turn. Now you're going to be skipping this first single crochet. Well, pretty much you just did a chain from there, and you're going to be working into your double crochets here. You got 3 double crochets from last round. You're going to be putting 3 double crochets worked in the first double crochet, so let's do that. So 1, 2, 2, and 3 in the first double crochet. Then you're going to work 1 double crochet in the middle single crochet, and then our last double crochet there. Did I say single crochet? Sorry, double crochet. And then the last double crochet we're going to also work 3 double crochets. So in our 3 double crochets from last round, we'll do 3 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 3 double crochets, and it'll give us our next set of our tree or pyramid or triangle, whatever you want to call it. Okay, then you'll want to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and you'll do a double crochet worked in the single crochet, and it's going to bring your level of your work up, because if you did a single crochet here, it would just suck it back down again. So they're trying to level you out a bit. So you'll do a chain 3, then you'll do the double crochet, and then you'll do another chain 3 on the other side of it. And then you'll repeat what you did before in your first set of 3 double crochets, which is 3 double crochets worked in the first, 1 double crochet worked in the middle one, and 3 double crochets worked in the last one. So go ahead and do that, and I will show you how to end this row. Okay, when you come to your end chain here and your single crochet, you'll want to do a double crochet in that beginning single crochet. So let's see, we got our 3 double crochets here. Okay, after this last increase that you did here, you'll want to do a chain 3, and then you'll work a double crochet in the last stitch, which is that single crochet. And that's what the row looks like. And that is the end of row 2. So for row 3, you'll do a chain of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you'll turn. Then you want to skip this chain 3, the beginning, and you'll be working right into your first double crochets, your double crochet thingy here. Your very first double crochet of your triangle, you'll want to do that increase again. So you'll be putting 3 double crochets worked in the first double crochet, just like that. And now in the next 5 double crochets, you'll be putting 1 double crochet in each one until you reach the last one again. Then you'll do another increase of putting 3 into that very last double crochet. So we have 5 single double crochets to do. So I'm going to count, put 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which brings me over to my very last double crochet, and I'll work my 3 double crochets in that last stitch. Okay, then you want to chain 1, and then you'll begin again this pattern, putting 3 double crochets in the first double crochet, and then you'll work 1 double crochet in the next 5 stitches, 4, and 5. And then in this very last double crochet here, you're going to put 3 double crochets, and then I'll show you how to end this row. So every time you get done with your triangle, this row, you'll just do a chain 1, and then you'll continue to do your next set of triangle. But always remember to do that chain 1 because you're going to be using it next row, and it's very important. So to end, okay, I see it. You're going to be doing a triple crochet, and you're going to be working in the 3rd chain from 3rd chain up. So you can count 1, 2, 3. Then you'll yarn over twice for the triple crochet, and you'll go into that 3rd chain and do your triple crochet, which will even out your row. That is the end of row 3. So for row 4, you'll want to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and turn. Let me get my yarn from my next row here. Okay. So I did my chain 3 and turned. And now I need to double crochet in the triple crochet from last round. That's what it says. Just a second, trying to fix it. Okay, so you have your chain 3 here, which will count as 1 double crochet. And then you'll go right back into that same first stitch and do another double crochet. So essentially this counts as 2 double crochets worked in the very first stitch. Now you'll do a chain of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to find that middle stitch. So remember, you have these 3 and these 3, and you have the 5 single double crochets in the middle here. And of course there's 1, 2, 1, 2. This is the middle one. So you can count, find the stitch that way, or you can count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the 6th stitch. It's up to you, however you wish to find it. But in this middle stitch, you'll want to do a single crochet. and then chain 5 again. Whoa. How in the... Sorry, my yarn got stuck. Okay, so after that, you'll do your chain 5 again, and then you'll find that middle chain that we did last time. I told you it's very important. We're going to be using it this row. You want to find that middle chain, and you'll be starting your 3 double crochets here. So this row essentially is the next set of the offset of the pyramid. So if you did want to change colors here, so that this next the next tree or triangle pyramid, whatever you want to call it, is a different color, this would be the row to do it. And this row is row 4. So row 4, you definitely want to change colors if that's what you're going for. So I'm going to go 3 double crochets worked into this chain 1 space. And then you'll do a chain of 5 again. And then you'll find once again that middle double crochet here, or you can just count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the 6th stitch do a single crochet, and then chain 5 again, and then you'll be repeating your pattern and the chain 1 between your triangles. So continue that, and when you get to the end, how to end your row is that you will find the very top of your chain here, and you'll work 2 double crochets in this top of the chain. Sorry if you just try to spit on my project here. Okay, so that's it. That is row 4. So for row 5, you want to begin by chaining 3, 1, 2, 3, and turn. And now in this very first double crochet, this is the chain from last, or actually this is double crochet. So the chain 3 counts as the double crochet for this first stitch. So in this second stitch, we're going to work, let me find it, 5. We're going to work 3 double crochets in this stitch. So we're pretty much just making like a half a triangle on this side. So then you'll chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and you'll double crochet in your single crochet. Then you'll do your chain 3 again, and then you'll be working in this exactly the same way you did for this row here. You'll be working 3 double crochets in the first double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Then you'll work 1 double crochet in the center, and then in the last double crochet here, you'll work 3 double crochets in it too. And then you'll chain 3, and then you'll work a double crochet in your single crochet again. And then you'll chain 3, and then you'll repeat this over and over again for the whole row. And when you reach the end, where you have your double crochet and chain, in this first double crochet you'll want to work 3 double crochets, because it's like this is your half of your pyramid here. So you'll work 3 there, and in the next top of the chain you'll just put 1 double crochet, and that will end row 5. And that's what it looks like. And let me flip it over here. For me, this is the tree. Look of the tree. It does look kind of cool. And if you want to put stickers or buttons or sew little different colors, I bet that would look really cool too if you want to make it, turn it into Christmas trees. Okay, so that was 5. So for 6, you want to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and turn, and double crochet 1 and the next 2 double crochets. So this chain 3 will count as your first double crochet, and then in the next 2 stitches, 1, you'll put a double crochet, and then the second you'll put a double crochet. And then now you have 1 more double crochet that's left unworked, and in this one you'll want to put 3 double crochets. Then you'll do your chain 1, and you'll work in your top of the last row of your triangle here. So you'll start off by doing 3 double crochets in this first double crochet, just like you did before. And then you'll work 1 double crochet in the next 5 stitches, and then again 3 double crochets here in this last one, and then again you'll chain 1, and then you'll work in your next one the same way, because yours will be bigger, mine's so small. You'll just continue that pattern of 3 double crochets, 1 double crochet worked in the 5 stitches in the middle here, and then 3 double crochets on the end, chain 1, and repeat. Just continue that all the way to the end, and I'll show you how to finish the end of the row. Okay, at the end of your row, after your increase at the end, you'll chain 1, and then it'll bring you up to here. In this first double crochet, you'll want to do an increase of your 3 double crochets, and then in the next 2 double crochets you're going to work 1 double crochet, and that will bring you up to your chain. And then in the top of the chain, this first chain here, you'll work another double crochet, and that will end this row 6. And then after that, if you want to change your color to another color that would be really cool looking, hopefully. I would love to see if somebody did this. But if you're doing that, this is the row to change, and you're going to now be repeating row 1 again. So either you can rewind the video and I can show you how to do that, or you can go to my site where I have the pattern with the pictures showing each row, which is a lot easier to follow. So you can probably do it on your cell phone or whatnot. Also, I encourage you to go ahead and check out my Facebook page, because I share links to free patterns there, not just my own, but it's a really good free pattern source for you. Also, if you're a first-time watcher or haven't gotten around to subscribing yet, please take a moment to do that. And also, I wanted to do a shout out again to my patrons who donate to me every month. That helps me improve my channel, and also everyone who watches and subscribes to my channel and watches on a regular basis. That is it. Thank you so much for watching.